The Cure, Fascination Street, Guitar Tabs, and Guitar Lesson. I'll play all the different sections right at the start. After that, I'll go back through, give all the explanation for it. Please hit that subscription button. It's the best way of letting me know you like this video and want to see more Cure videos. Now let's get on into the lesson. Okay, so standard tuning here, EAD, GBE. Get a nice little amount of, chorus, maybe some delay on there, some reverb, all that stuff. All right, and just picking through this like C minor 6 looking shape here. Basically, we're just going to worry about the top 4 strings here. We'll start on 8 of the high E, then we do a 10B, 8 on the G, and then a 10 on the D. And just pick it just like that. Then we get some more arpeggio fun here. This guitar picking a 5D, 5G to 4B, all right, part of the C minor there. All right, and then it comes back up on the B, G, D string with the 3, 3, 3. All right, and then we move to an A flat shape now, where we pick back down through the D, G, B, and it's just first fret. Right, then we kick up to a G minor 7 vibe with a 5 on the D, 3 on the G, and a 6B. Okay, so just kind of a down, back up, down, back up. And then we get what kind of sounds to me like maybe a mandolin or just a really small guitar or a ukulele or something, but mandolin if I had to guess. But it does this little riff high up now. We're going to need to try to match that, so we're up high. And we're just doing 11s on the B and E. Hit that, and then we add a 13 to the E with that 11B. And then we do this little scale while keeping the 11 on the B. On the high E, we go 15, 13, 11. All right, and we just repeat that whole thing a couple times. All right, and we finish it the first time through by hitting the 11 on the high E with the 13 on the B. Just a couple strums there. All right, and then after we go through the initial section a couple times more, we come up high now, and we do 16 on the B with the 18 E, few strums there. Okay, you can come off to the 16 now on the high E, and then a 15. All right, another little lead interlude here. Pretty straightforward, just 6 on the E. Just hit that, get a little vibrato, hang out there for a moment. All right, then we go 6, 4, 3. All right, and then we slide 4 down to 1. We get another riff during the verse, and we're up high again, and we're 13 on the B with an 11 on the E. And we're just going to be hanging out really between this 13 and the 11 and the 10 on the E. So we want a couple 13s on the B, hit the 11 E, back to the 13 B, come off to the 10 E, back to the 13 B. Okay, so we're just kind of shuffling between those and coming off from the 11 and 10. Okay, nice fun and loose shuffle there. Okay, do that a couple times. Then we move spots. We go on the 9B with the 11 on the E, and kind of the same vibe there, just coming off that 11 to 10 on the E while keeping that 9 shuffled in there. All right, and the last spot, we come up to 11B with that same 10 on the E, and we kind of work our way back up on the E. We go 10, 11, 13. And towards the end of the first verse, we get some chords that come in, and they're kind of this funky, like offbeat shuffle thing going on. We come up and get this voicing a C minor, just barring the 8s with the 10 on the A and D. And it's kind of these short strums. Okay, and you can even give a little like back and forth with the 7 back to 8, you know, at the end there. Just a little something to get a little funky. And then we come down and we do some strums on like a C minor sus2, basically just adding a 10 to our shape there and just worrying about like these top few strings here. Okay, nice funky sounding chord. All right, then we move on up to a A flat, voiced up here, 11A with the 13s on the D, G, B. Okay, just some like handful of shuffle strums there. And then we'll end up on just 15s as part of that G minor 7 on the D, G, B. Just kind of finish the measure with that. A little solo section, nothing too crazy. Kind of in the same area now. We're going to do the 10 on the E to 8 and keep the 8 on the B. Okay, just working on that. All right, so we're going 10, 8E to the 8B. Come back to that 10E, back off to the 8, and then hang out on the 8 with the B and E. All right, just hanging out there for about 4 measures. Then we come up high and do this scale down where we come up, hit a few 15s on the E, come down, hang out on the 13 for a little bit, go 11, 10. All right, do that a few times and then finish by doing 6, handful of 4s there to a few 3s. At the outro here, we kind of just do the first 2 chords that we did in the verse there, our C minor strums to our C minor sus2 shape there, and we just kind of loop those over. All right, and at the very end, we get this funky little dissonance, and closest I can figure, it's got something like this where we do a 9 on the G, and you can give it a little bend, and then we hit the 12s on the B and E. Okay, it's just this weird little dissonant thing at the very end there, and it just hangs.